Hello there, this is Eloquent, and I am back playing P90 or EverQuest on the P99 server, and I am back with my my Druid Lourne. It's been a bit of a break. We've had the holidays, and then I've been doing a lot of kiting. I don't want to say that I've been having trouble finding a group, but I've been kiting quite a bit. Lourne is now 44, and I have found a group in City of Mist. I finished with you over there. It was really good to me. I was able to get quite a few levels there. But now I've come to the City of Mist after, I kept trying to run to, hold on one second. I just told the enchanter that the clarity's fading. I kept trying to group in Lower Gawk, and I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. I think that instead of doing that, I should have tried to come to an outdoor place like this. Only because I think that I'm a little bit more useful here, so people are a little bit more open to grouping with me. As it is, it took me about an hour to find a group here, but I'm excited to group again. I've been wanting to group with Lourne for a while now, and it's been going really well. The experience probably hasn't been as good as kiting has been, but it's been going. It's been a lot more fun than being by myself. As much as I got, I decided to go with a Druid as a character because he could solo. It's been fun grouping. I've missed it. I've kind of been getting my fill of it with my enchanter, but it's been nice being able to group with Lourne again, because being that utility person that can keep damage shields up, and right now I'm kind of healing when it takes it, and then when everyone's kind of full up, because this group here started with this paladin in front of me, a monk, and me, and now it's a full group. I haven't been healing as much, but that's been fine because I've been nuking. I would have made sure that I put a snare on each mob, but honestly, they haven't needed it because the mobs here just aren't running. He's been tashed, so I'm gonna nuke him. And yeah, I ran into a bit where I was, constantly on E as far as mana goes. But then we got an enchanter in the group, and since that's happened, I've had clarity on, which has helped with the mana situation. And it's also nice because the enchanter's been pretty good about tashing the mobs, and that's helped with the resist, so that I just resisted there. That combust spell is kind of super happy with it. It resists a lot, and I mean, as it is, it's not a whole lot of. But yeah, I see that the tank doesn't have thorns on, so I'll throw some thorns on him. And then I wasn't quick enough to nuke. And then when he comes back, I'll heal him. You know, back when it was just a couple of us, he was healing himself because he was a paladin. But now I've been doing it, and you know, it's just, this is fun. I enjoy grouping. I have to say that it was probably a couple of nights ago. I had come to City of Mist to try to find a group, and ended up grouping with a bunch of BDA members. They were looking for keys for Sebalus, and so we were over in Trackner's Tooth, I believe is the zone, trying to hunt some kind of froglock thing. They were like foragers and something else. But yeah, that was quite a bit of fun. Unfortunately, they were using me to track, which means that one of the times that I went out looking for something, I ended up attracting I think it was a shaman, and it rooted me a few times, and I ended up dying. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and makes me kind of wonder if maybe I shouldn't start looking for a guild for Lourne. I do have to say that, you know, now when I come into zones like this, and when I do like a Hual on like Lower Guck or something, it's just every single person has a guild. I'm starting to become like a very, very, you know, an exception. There's not many people that are this level that aren't in some sort of a guild, and I've always kind of thought that, you know, with Lourne, on the role-playing side of it, that you know, being a druid, he was kind of a wanderer, and just, you know, he doesn't have a last name, and he's you know, he doesn't have a guild, you know, he's not part of a group or anything, which is fine until you run up against the fact that now I never get into groups, and I always end up quadding. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, no, as far as this group has gone, it has been really good for experience. You know, I think when I got here I was at like 30% or so, and that was trying to think, probably maybe a half hour ago, or maybe an hour ago. So I've got like 30% since I've been here. footage, although that's nice. The definite bonus is it's something different. It's something I can record. I haven't really recorded with Lourne, only because, I mean, how many videos can I put out of kiting succulents in the ogre there? So, a few nights ago I really should have recorded looking for the keys, but it was, a thing where by the time we got set up in the place that we were going and we actually started bringing stuff in to kill it, it was late and I was ready to go to bed. And so I didn't record, and then, once we got there and we're semi-set up and I died, and then, somebody went and got a higher level druid, and it was a lot of that kind of stuff. It kind of reminded me of the Quillmane video that I tried recording that I still haven't released. So we're gonna give him thorns again, and I'll stay on him because I think he's gonna need some heals. And I think I described this in one of my Elaine videos, but for the heal button for this character, I've got a macro set up, so I just hit the number and it sends a message to the group saying that I'm healing the person that I'm targeting, and then it also casts the spell, which is kind of nice. So right there, there is a shaman in the group, and before I started the video, I kind of talked to the shaman and said that, I would take care of the soul for the group if he would take care of the regen, and so I haven't been worrying about regen. I've left that up to him, and then when it's time to sow, I've been using Pack Spirit, which is kind of nice because it's a one cast and it hits everybody. I do have Pack Regeneration memmed. Maybe that's mostly because I don't know what else to put in. This has kind of been my floating spot. Now that I think about it, I think I'm going to put Careless Lightning there, only because it's low resist, and I might start using it more than Careless Lightning, because I think it might be a little bit more mana efficient. But that's part of, the whole group thing that I want to kind of get a gauge of. what spells I should be using. I know that I want to keep, the shield spikes up. I know that I want to keep Skin Like Diamond up, because although he might have resolution now, because I think that there was a higher level cleric that was going around buffing everybody. Which actually I don't know if our rogue, I did that. I don't know if she got that buff. And she's not in range, so we'll give it a wait and see if she comes back, and then I'll put Skin Like Diamond on her. Although the Paladin's been really good about keeping aggro, so. So I think the next round around I'll refresh the thorns, because it doesn't seem like he's getting any. And Sandy is back, so I'll try doing this, see if it takes hold. Unfortunately that's kind of, yeah, it didn't take hold, so she got resolution at some point in time. Yeah, I kinda, think that situations like that would be, fun to get a group of people together that, had a mic and would be able to talk to one another, because, a lot of times I'll just do stuff like throw thorns on somebody, or, try to give them or different spells that don't take hold, and it has a lot to do with the fact that it takes too long to type, and so I end up maybe wasting a little bit of mana because of that, and it would be definitely a lot easier to say that to somebody rather than try typing it. But we'll see. I mean, I've said it in a few videos. If anybody out there is interested in grouping, I would definitely be for that, especially if you, want to get on a video, or if you just want to come hang out. I have put together a Discord I guess they call them servers, for anybody that wants to get together and group. And we can talk while we group. I do have to say that that's probably another thing that would be good about getting into a guild, because I know a lot of guilds do prefer voice chat. But yeah, like I said, this has been a lot of fun. The whole group aspect, the experience has been good. It's been fun doing something different. I've been able to use a little bit of different spells. Like for instance, my DD spells I've kind of been keeping in the book. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. If you are a caster and you are casting a spell, especially something long duration like the Fire Strike that I was just trying to cast, and you want to stop it, hitting duck is probably the best way to do it because it immediately interrupts the spell. And I'm not sure if it's classic or not. I thought for some reason that in classic, even if it interrupted, you still lost mana. But definitely here, when you hit D and you interrupt a spell, it doesn't cost mana. I know that there is also a if you type stopcast, I don't know if that's just for macro or not, but I know that if you type in /stopcast, it's supposed to end the casting, but I've never tried that. That's just something I got off the wiki. But yeah, that's happened a few times, that especially now that the group's full, that you'll start going through and, you know, one thing to keep in mind if you are a caster, that you want to wait until the tank gets a few hits and is able to taunt a little bit before you start casting any DDs. And so I usually wait until it gets around 75% before I cast anything like that. But yeah, then when it gets down there, and you know, sometimes you go for like the last hit, like around 20%, and if you've got a lot of DPS going on, you'll definitely miss it, and while it's still casting, the thing will die, and so you have to try to hit D really quick, or else you end up casting on something that doesn't really exist anymore, and you lose the mana. Something I've definitely tried to get used to again now that I'm in a group with Lourne. Because even with the lane, I haven't been nuking that much. And sometimes it takes me a little bit going back and forth. Because with the lane, it's been just so nice being able to, you know, have a pet up, and you take the pet and you attack whatever the tank's on, and you pretty much save all your mana for when something bad happens. Where with Lourne, it's a little bit more of an active role. Yeah, the paladin was giving me a little bit of the business earlier, because I, you know, when the group first started, I was not being super careful about what I was targeting, and ended up targeting one of the mobs and healing it, which, in case anyone was wondering, it doesn't do anything, but it is pretty embarrassing, and you end up wasting mana. So no, and that's another thing I gotta get used to, is now that I have the macro for the healing, I can't just spam it. Like, I gotta hit it once, and then if it fizzles, I have to remember to actually just cast it rather than, you know, sitting there spamming it. guess that's what the first 59 levels are for, is to teach you how to play your class so that when you get up to level 60 you don't make mistakes like that. But yeah, I think that I'm going to end the video there. Once again, if you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all the likes. If you have any suggestions, or also just like the videos, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from anyone that actually sits down and watches these things. And again, if you're in game and you want to say hi, or if you want to group, feel free to message me on any of my characters, either Lourne or Elaine. And also, if you want to see what happens before and after these videos, or in between these videos, because it's still a little early, I might try to continue this and maybe record another video, maybe see how this group goes. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/eloquent. I stream super regularly. Lately with the holidays, it's been a little bit challenging to get on, and especially with the not knowing where to group and all that. But I definitely do stream more often than I make videos. But that's just because, even if I don't plan on doing a video, sometimes if I get on and I know that I'm going to kind of be doing something repetitive, I'll still stream it. And the streams are usually pretty chill. I play music. I don't do too much, but if you come and say hi, I'll definitely say hi back and talk. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.